So the theme of this here is really a relaunch of Colorado. So, you know, we all have had different stages in Herbalife, and I know for us, we've had a lot of different evolutions, and every company goes through evolutions. It's a natural part of growing. So we just consider companies like Pepsi, huge companies, big companies that have done a lot of awesome things. Hold on real quick. I'm going to mute everyone. Sorry, just 1 second. Got to go to manage, mute all. Sweet. Okay, so we go to Pepsi. Can you see my screen? Your thumbs up? No. Let's try this again. Okay, so we go to companies like Pepsi, right? Evolved so many different times over the years, having to re-evolve and re-evolve and re-evolve. I mean, it's in the nature of business to figure out new ways of doing things. And kind of our experience with Herbalife starts off with Herbalife finding me being a cyclist, right? And enjoying family. Like if you looked at my Facebook page of my life back then, it was family and church and restaurants and cycling. And so here's a photo of our family cycling together. Here's a photo of us doing all sorts of things. And that was us, right? This is us when we found Herbalife. And there came to be a better version of us. We lost all kinds of weight and we started sharing, and people naturally noticed it even before we shared on our walls and in social media. But it was awesome. And we noticed, of course, at the time, the more we shared, the more we attracted new business. And so we not only were sharing our own stories, but we started sharing the stories of our clients, of our friends, and things evolved very quickly to where stories were getting shared in, you know, amazingly attractive and effective ways. And things were just booming like crazy. So we were innovating. We were creating new ways of doing things, and it was awesome. Well, as we learned more, we took things to another level. We started really intentionally tagging our clients and getting the word out there and bringing Herbalife to the marketplace in a lot of different ways. And what we know is that as we look back on that and we consider, all right, at these points that we had evolved to this, the marketplace started changing a little bit. We started to notice not as many of the likes were coming from people. They were mainly coming from Herbalife family members and friends and coaches. And so we look at the marketplace now, and it is just hammered. Here's just some examples of some other industries that just day in and day out hit the marketplace. And we know what it's like when we see our friends launch a business. We just know, like, oh my gosh, like there they go. And it doesn't feel like it did back when we started. I mean, we were the first ones doing it. It felt awesome. So this is for me. Now, there's certain people, of course, that this is still working amazingly well for. These techniques are working awesome. But for me, when we hit that complete saturation point, it just didn't feel awesome. Like it didn't feel great. What I was doing and what I tried to do was to do more to overcome the fact that things weren't working. And I don't know if you've ever felt like this, but it was like when you're trying to take a horse somewhere and the horse does not want to go. That was how I felt about social media. We were hitting it harder, posting more, figuring out better ways to make better things. And really, at the end of the day, I got tired and it just wasn't fun for me anymore personally. And for some people, it's been awesome. But what I want to share with you is my truth, is that I just started getting to that point where I just had no interest in really being involved in Herbalife aggressively. Like I was going to keep doing what I needed to do and supporting the team and the events, but I wasn't inspired, you know, to take it on. It wasn't easy like it was in the beginning. In the beginning, it was so easy. And those of you who are on right now, who remember those days, I acknowledge you because you know what I'm talking about, right? You know when it was just coming and it was just happening and like magic. It was so simple. And then in part of our evolution, things got a little harder. So what I've come back to is the number one thing is that for me, where I was at was too much. And being that it was too much, we had to reconsider, how do we move forward? Because I love Herbalife, right? I know my experience. I know when I meet the people whose lives it's changed on our team because I said yes, because someone else said yes. You know, the impact that we're having in the world is powerful. And that is something that I know I was never going to quit. But, you know, again, the growing phase for me at the time was kind of lost. So we had to innovate again. And coming back from extravaganza and getting really clear on different things, I really came up with 2 questions that to me are all I'm asking anybody that's either been a part of Herbalife before. Some of you have had moments where you were on the program and you were coaching and you were crushing it, and moments where you weren't. But the number one question is, do you believe Herbalife works? And I mean, that's a really important question. If you believe Herbalife works, then that's the foundation of what we're about to share with you. It's going to be so simple and easy. And do you believe in your coach? And the reality is, do you believe in your sponsor? Do you believe in maybe their upline? And does your new coach believe in you, or do they believe in them? Because if the answer to both of these first 2 questions are yes, then what I'm about to share with you is going to really blow your mind, because we are going to bring the simplicity and ease back to Herbalife like you've never seen. So what if you never had to do another extensive wellness profile and you didn't have to train your coaches to do that? What if all you had to do was get someone into an ideal breakfast challenge, which meant they were having a shake a day for breakfast, and they had a little kit that made it really easy, which for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's a 3-day trial and whatever tools that we're giving them along with that to help make it super easy. And what if your coaches, your clients had your coach following up with them inside the group, and it was just easy? I know a lot of you are busy with kids and work and craziness. And what if you could do it anywhere? You know, a lot of us have clubs, but some of you that are on the Zoom right now are from outlying areas that don't have access to the same community. So what if all this stuff were happening all the time, right? What would that be like? And how confident would you be? And not only how confident would you be, but how confident would your new coach be if all they had to do was get people into a 5-day ideal breakfast challenge and make sure that they had them plugged into the system and the page that we had, and they could do it from anywhere. I mean, you could help a lot of people, and there's more demand than ever before. We're seeing, CNN just did this article, and those of you that don't have it, it's from July 12th, but more than 44 million Americans have a side hustle. And in this article, they actually speak to the fact that a lot of them aren't making the money they want. We see it every day with the amount of cars driving by with Uber and Lyft. I was just hearing on K-Love a story that they were sharing about how they're trying to figure out ways to incentivize their drivers better because they're not making the money they want. And this is just a reality. Things are more expensive than ever before, and our opportunity is greater to involve and help coaches. But how do we do it like we did in the beginning, and how do we make it super simple? So here, first of all, I want to acknowledge all those coaches that have contributed so much to what we're about to share. And I know more of you are going to contribute as you know what's available and how you can contribute. But I just want to thank all the people that have been giving their time and energy to meet countless times to prepare us for this moment. So first step in the flow, and someone on there that just either joined late is talking there. So if you can mute yourself, whomever that might be, that would be amazing. Thank you. So here's the new flow. First of all, everyone is going to be launching on a Monday. Every single Monday, your coach, your upline is going to be launching a challenge that starts every Monday, an ideal breakfast challenge. And it's going to be so simple and easy. Everyone is going to join a Telegram group. We're going to give you instructions on how to do that. And they follow just super simple steps and action steps that are going to educate them, inspire them, give them everything that we normally would give inside a wellness profile, plus other amazing things inside of that week-long, weekish challenge. So it's going to be amazing. And what happens from there is people are building a sustainable, easy to approach lifestyle with Herbalife, right? We all know how incredible we feel when we're on the products. We know how amazing everything is. And everyone's going to get to experience that. And from that, after they finish the challenge, if they choose to continue on, which most people do, of course, they're going to get put into our Breakfast Club. Monica came up with the Breakfast Club name. It's awesome. I know a lot of you are, it's so cool, it's so funny. And yes, they're drinking shakes. That's what you do in the Breakfast Club. Breakfast-ish Club. You know, we don't want to steal the total name. But anyway, super excited. You come into the Breakfast Club. What's that? Well, that's going to be a client page. And to give you a vision of what this is going to look like, number one, each of the pages are going to stay small. As we grow and duplicate, we're going to have all the coaches you saw before that we were expressing gratitude. They're going to be contributing to this page and to multiple pages. We're going to never let them get too big so people don't get lost. And they're going to have so many daily interactive posts, including things, of course, but not limited to, personal development, motivation, healthy recipes, meal prep, fitness, workout ideas like weekly weigh-in check-ins, a Monday live Q&A with coach tips, certain featured products and categories and ideas, meal prep, whatever we're going to be doing. Half of it will be a Q&A and half of it will be that. And then as well on Thursday, we're going to have how you can become an ambassador and earn a discount on the products, how you can get your Sam's Club type membership or be a coach, which now when we share with people how simple it is, and I'm going to share that with you in just a moment, it's going to be almost the same thing. It's going to be easy as it used to be right back in the beginning. And then from the Breakfast Club, now as people make a decision to coach, and we're going to know inside the Breakfast Club, the people that are engaging, the people that are interacting, the people that are answering the questions and the challenges and overcoming problems, they are going to be the ones that we identify as possible coaches and future people to be part of our team. And they're going to be, of course, invited to that opportunity. And as they become a coach, we're going to have a coaches page where we're going to speak things into the page that are coach specific. We're going to be recognizing people moving up in the marketing plan. You know, one thing that I notice is that when you celebrate someone moving up to a senior consultant, everyone that likes it is an Herbalife coach. So why not put them in the appropriate page where they can get all that love, all that recognition inside an environment that makes a lot of sense for that. When we're talking about promotions or people being able to achieve things, getting new clients, posting photos of me getting Monica, joining us inside the Ideal Breakfast Challenge. Like that's the kind of stuff we're going to be celebrating there because we're going to be celebrating coaches. We're going to be offering information about trainings, about ongoing things, both locally and our bigger events, and all sorts of tools that Herbalife has to offer. And it's going to be awesome. Like such an amazing page. And what the best part of it is we all know the value of the STS. We all know the days that we grew the fastest were when we had the most people at the STS. But in the last while, it seemed like we've been more forcing people to get to the STS than inspiring. And as of late, we've moved much back more in the fun direction, and it's started to grow again, and the energy's growing, and it's super fun. But now people are going to be in a position where they can't wait to get to the STS because they're going to be hearing the stories of the coaches doing great things. They're going to be seeing the impact that they're having. They're going to be seeing the growth inside that page. And in seeing that, they're going to want to know about the next training event. They're going to want to come. It's not going to be a forced thing. It's going to be something that is attracting them. One thing I forgot to mention is in the client page, we're going to be asking for which clients want to show up and share their story and celebrate their progress because we're super excited to celebrate them. We even have down the line a vision of a all Colorado huge body transformation challenge that we're going to all talk about doing together. And, it's just so many amazing things that are available from this. So again, people are going to start off with that Ideal Breakfast Challenge. That's our first timers. We're going to move them into the Breakfast Club page for clients, and that'll never be more than 250. So don't worry, no one's going to get lost. And then we move into a coaches page that's really going to be all about coaches. So super awesome flow and really putting people where they want to be. We've talked a lot about moving people faster than they want to go into places they don't want to be. And this is going to allow us to really get people into the right bucket. So first thing to know is all these pages and these elements are going to be active on August 1st. So we're going to get through end of the month. I know we have a lot of people achieving a lot of great things on Monday, finishing off the month. So we're going to be doing that also with the pages. Know that you can contribute or not, and there is zero expectation or pressure no matter what. We've made a commitment as leaders to own this segment of things, these pages, own the Monday launches. So really, all your job comes to is having the conversation with the people that are looking for help, or when you're posting your results and updating things, really attracting people. So talking about attracting people, how are we going to do it now from Facebook if the other way isn't a way we want to do it? And again, some people are still going to, and they're doing amazingly well with those before and afters and sharing that and inspiring people that way. But maybe if you're like me and that's not the way that is attractive to you or doesn't feel great to you, this is the kind of stuff we're going to be doing to magnetically attract people to us. So imagine this post on the upper left-hand side. Imagine a mom that posts and shares about struggling with baby weight. And imagine how many people are going to be celebrating and encouraging them and saying, hey, what are you doing? And what happens there with those clients? Because of course, my clients, the people that we're taking care of, people that are getting results, they're always happy to share something. I'm going to say, don't worry about making it about Herbalife. Don't worry about blasting it out there, just share your results and share what you just told me when you called me and we were talking about your awesome results, or when I saw you at the club and I saw you at a fit camp. I mean, would you mind sharing that? I know you'll inspire a lot of people. And when people get that, what you're going to do is you're going to put me in the three-way message and say, oh, listen, it's been so easy. I joined this Ideal Breakfast Challenge. I got some amazing tools and coaching inside of that. And, you know, it was super simple. And I've just been getting amazing results. This is my coach, Scott and Monica. I wanted to introduce you. They can totally help you out with how you can join too. And we know that the people that are doing that are already going to be coaches. Coaches who have signed up and want to be a coach because they are getting great results, we're going to coach them to do the very same thing. Maybe every couple weeks they'll be updating their results. They could do it with a fun little photo. And then living your life. You know, what I know most is that we are attractive people. Like, look at those ears. I mean, how is that not attractive, right? We are attractive people. We are attractive when we're living our lives. We're attractive when we're living full out. When we are expressing ourselves in positive ways, we are attractive. And being those people and layering in our results in a tactful and really beautiful way is awesome. The positive posts, all the cool things that we do are so amazingly attractive. And I know through this, we've already had some awesome results. Just starting this as a pre-launch before the launch. But you can already imagine what it's going to be like when you're having this conversation with the people that have fallen off. Imagine what it's going to be like with the people that wanted to make money, but maybe how they perceived MLMs to be and what it required wasn't attractive. And imagine what it's going to be like when you're able to share this flow. So really, what's next? There's a few simple steps, closing things out here for everybody, that are 4 action steps. So number 1, just decide how you want to engage. You know, how much do you want to get involved? And we've set this up to be as much or as little as you want. Remember, you don't have to contribute if you don't want in the pages. All you have to do is have the conversations and do little bits of follow-up with your people on top of whatever we're doing. And we're going to give you even tools inside the coaches pages on what that looks like, what to text, what to say. Just, we're going to be making it so easy for you. Number 2 is talk to your coach about the next Monday launch of your group and how you can get in a group and see, number 1, what it's going to be like. When you join your group, make sure you're participating like you were coming into it for the first time. Just think about it from your friends, your clients, your family, the people that you're going to be inviting to this, and know that you can invite them right away. Like, there's no reason to delay on this. I know I'm super fired up. I've got people that are joining this next challenge, and we don't even totally know all of what it looks like, but we're going to be doing this together, and we have the framework. It's just going to be unbelievable what that's going to be. And then asking your coach to add you to the pages that you want to be a part of. So if you say, hey, you know what? All I really want to do right now is I want to be a part of the next challenge that launches, the next Ideal Breakfast Challenge, and I want to be a part of the client page, no problem. God bless. We'll add you to that page. So you're going to get with your coach or your upline to be added, and they'll make sure you get to be a part of the appropriate page. And then lastly, it is time to launch. Like, those of you that want to go and want to go big, I would encourage you to be reaching out to all your friends, all your family members, people that joined you in the beginning. They came to Herbalife for a reason. I mean, they had a hope and a dream that Herbalife could provide something for them that was what attracted to them in the first place. They were attracted to you and your enthusiasm. And when you get fired up again, when you get excited, I can tell you personally right now, there's people on this Zoom right now that have fallen off or were falling off or have been gone for a while that have joined again and that are rejoining and engaging. And they're about to see the easy fun come back in Herbalife that was what they loved in the beginning. And so it is time to go. It is time to have those conversations, those phone calls. And I know together we are going to truly build this thing in Colorado crazy. So that is what I wanted to introduce to everybody. And what I want to open it up for now, as we had a chance to hear that, is I want to open it up for a conversation on, anybody unmute yourself. And what I'd love to do is have you sharing whatever it is, asking questions. We want to spend the next 9-ish minutes just kind of covering anything that anyone's saying, whoa, oh my gosh, what's up? What's going on with this right now? So please open it up.
Is it going to be translated to Spanish?
Yes, sir. Sí, güey. Nosotros no olvidé la amigos mexicano, huh?
Yes.
I like your hair, buddy. It's more than mine now. Man, that's messed up. How do you do that?
is coming back.
That's awesome. Who else has a question?
Not so much a question, but just a remark. I seriously, like, you can just tell by Scott's voice, like, how excited he is for the consistency and how easy it is going to be to implement the consistency within not only just like his organization, but as you can see, there's other organizations on this call. There's Team Colorado on this call, and it's just showing just the sheer capacity and willingness of Scott being able to put together something that's so easy for everybody to do, and him not like just hogging it all for himself. Because he could have easily just said, you know what, this is something I want to do, put it out to my organization, and we're just going to go to the team. But instead, he's opening up to Team Colorado, everybody and anybody that wants to join. And it's just proof in the pudding that he wants to grow with us. And I can honestly say I haven't seen this much excitement in Scott. There's no doubt in my mind that 7.5 and President Team is going to be in the future, but he wants to grow us. So thank you so much, Scott. Everybody can take us with you.
Thank you, Baldo. And I really do have to say, it isn't me. I mean, it's everyone coming together and deciding that we are committed to each other and we're committed to the teams. You know, when we have all these amazing coaches in there and all of you on this Zoom in the groups contributing, our life is going to be easy too. I mean, it's going to be simple for everybody. So I appreciate your acknowledgement, but I do have to say this has been 100% Team Colorado leadership effort. So thank you. I'm fired up.
Hey, Scott, could Marvin and Lisa briefly share what their experience for the first couple of weeks in implementing something? Yeah, I put you back in the spot there, Marvin, each time. But if you could just share quickly, you know, what your experience has been, what you shared with us the other day.
So we've been doing. Wait, hold on 1 second. Our kids are watching a movie, so we have to have them pause it. But anyways, so we've been implementing the Healthy Active Lifestyle 5-Day Challenge. I think we've done it 3 different times, and we've had a 100% turnover rate as far as going from the 5-day challenge onto a 30-day plan. So for us, it's been very successful. And the thing is it's so duplicatable that we just need to get some coaches underneath us, and we can see it definitely growing our business.
And one thing too, for some people, it's going to be a 5-day and a 6-day for some, because, you know, there's 6 packets in there. So just so you know, if you heard 5 or you hear 6 from your coach, they're both pretty much the exact same thing. We're all starting on Monday. Just so that if some of you are a little confused, because I know a few people have started the 6-day version, it's really the same thing. Just, you know, one's 5, one's 6. So just so you know. So thank you so much. Yeah, you guys are killing it up there. And I know I was sharing your numbers earlier, but now you know what happened this month over the average of the last couple months as a percentage. What's your, or, you know, how many multiple times have you grown?
Scott.
4 times growth. That's crazy.
Scott, after this call, what's gonna be the next step?
Getting in the group. You're gonna get with me, and I'm gonna get you in the group. And I mean, you and I should have a little side conversation so that you can take this, and some of this obviously will need to be in Spanish on other stuff, but we can apply the same things. And I'll help you do that. We have a plan.
Okay.
Any other questions from anybody? You know, I know we have some coaches from out of town on this, and imagine the flow is going to really support you in plugging in with your coaches and the community that you see in other states and other areas that are always like, man, I wish I were there. I wish I were part of this. They're going to get that same feeling of you and your upline team and everybody else inside of these groups, which is going to be so valuable too.
Hey, Scott, it's Romeo.
Hey, Romeo.
How's it going, man? I just wanted to say, excited, man. I remember the first day you told me about this, and hearing about this is exciting, man. So I'm super pumped to get things going.
Thanks, brother. We're blessed to have you on our team. It's going to be a fun ride.
For sure, man, for sure.
Anything else from any of our leaders? Maybe anyone have anything else they want to share?
So Scott, one more time, if you can go through the launch is going to be on Monday. Is going to be the first one we're doing?
Yes. So Monday, Monday will be the first time that we have our side of the Monday challenges launching. I know other people have been doing them, and they've sometimes been doing different days, but our first one that we are going to be a part of will be Monday. But we'll launch the actual client groups and things that I know people are coming out of the challenges right now and want to be in those groups. We're going to launch those starting Tuesday, only because end of the month is logistically really busy and involved for people. So we'll really start plugging people in on Tuesday to the client group if they've already finished their ideal breakfast challenge in whatever form they've been doing it. We'll be starting those pages, and coaches will be able to start adding people in starting on Tuesday, although we've started adding a few coach admins, a few of the leaders that were putting this together. You can start adding your coaches to those pages, and we'll seed it with a little bit of information so that when they look on the page, it's not void of information. But we'll be able to start really taking advantage of those starting Tuesday.
Hey, I'm also interested in, is there anyone that's on the call who is more enthusiastic now than before before they got on the call, or anyone that's changed your perspective as far as what we've been through in the past and going forward? Those of you who were either drifting away or unplugging for one reason or another. Well, that's awesome feedback.
I guess I'll kind of speak to that because we had totally dropped off the wagon, fell off the wagon, whatever, for about a year and a half. And it was an amazing way to really jump back in, but not feel overwhelmed, if that makes sense. So it was, again, very, very step by step, really, I don't know, I guess it just gave us that catalyst to get going and really build up momentum. And I know before we've gone back in, it was just too much. So we didn't want to get overwhelmed this time. So then we had to just stop completely, because it does get overwhelming sometimes if you're trying to do so many complex things. So I just can't drive home the point enough about how truly simple and smooth the process is, and how just natural and good it feels. We're not pushing anything on anybody. We're not having to come up with all these intuitive things ourselves. It's just all laid out, and it's a pretty great thing to get you back up and running, especially if you have kind of taken a break because it has been just not going in the right direction for you.
Thank you. Anyone else want to share their? I know a lot of you have newfound enthusiasm. I see Andrea, you raise your hand.
Yeah, it's like my angel light.
Yeah.
So I can attest to that as well. So I've definitely been using a similar system that's just more so focused on helping people start their day off with an ideal breakfast with our shakes. And because of that, it makes the follow-up system so much easier. And I've seen a lot of duplication out of this. Truly extravaganza, whether it's or especially potential. Can I have a brand new just got out her first podcast in one day because she's able to have the conversation. It's just very easy for her. And then just same kind of thing, like the referral process for this is so much easier. It's so much easier.
So we're not getting all those words.
These are all the things for breakfast. Actually, really good.
Sorry, you're cutting out a bit on us, but we did hear easy and duplication and new person going. So sorry, you're cutting in and out a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else have anything that they want to share? Callie or anyone?
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Russ.
You want to lead in how this can actually, how this is going to be able to, how the STS is going to be able to kind of help I wouldn't say necessarily train on this idea every single time, but how we'll be able to educate everyone that comes to the STS.
Well, that's a great question, and also I can elaborate on that both in the STS and actually inside the client group, because what we're going to be sharing is going to be so simple to people. It's almost going to not make sense because it's going to be so easy. When we have clients in our coach, in our client group that we once a week on Thursday, so we have the Monday night client interaction Q&A and fun stuff, and then on Thursday we also have, hey, you want to learn how to save some money on the products. I know you've been asking about that ambassador program. We're going to be sharing that all you have to do inside of that is post your results. And when you do, this is going to happen, and it just happens. And when we help those people, 2 people that get into the Ideal Breakfast Challenge, you have the opportunity now to be able to get your discount program going, which is called a preferred membership. And also, pretty much coaching is almost the same thing, except for you do a couple texts, a little bit of follow-up, just kind of like I do with you. But it's really getting them plugged into this thing. If you want to, you can be the one making the money. And that same theme will be taught at the STS. Now, the first part of the day will be just for coaches. For those of you who haven't been in a while, there's a new flow. And we really make the beginning part like to give you the guts. We have guest speakers coming in that are going to share a lot of what they do and their expertise and knowledge inside those beginning of the days. And then we're going to give you real clear action steps and tools that you can take away on this exact system and how you can build and duplicate from this and utilizing the promotions and everything. And then the second half of the day is really all about the fun. It's all about the guests. We'll be having a lot of stories being shared, and then how simple it has been for coaches working through this system to build a business, and how easy it is with the action step of, if you want to be a coach now, at the end, here's what you do, which is exactly kind of the stories we'll have been sharing. And then always, we've been closing it out lately with fun activities that really give you a chance to get to know those people that you'll be seeing in the coaches page, the people that are doing cool things that you want to connect with, the people at the STS. You get a chance to hang out afterward and go do fun activities. And the day is short now. Like, we've really brought it down to where it is supervisor schools at 8. 9 o'clock starts the general training. At 12:30, 12:30, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
We end at take a lunch break and we end at 2:30. Like, it's fast, super fast and powerful.
Yeah, and I want to make sure everyone understands. Like, after that 2:30 event, from about 2:30 to 4, to 5 o'clock, that's where we'll be able to bring all your new guests. We stick around for that social afterwards and kind of get people interacting, give them that opportunity to talk, but obviously in that fun, interactive manner. And and it'll be location by location, right? How it's going to be, what that social is going to be set up. So I just want to give you guys that heads up on how this can actually be able to help you guys grow to bring in those new guests.
Scott, why don't you touch on a little bit? We talked about how pretty much most of the people on the call here are going to be carrying the weight, for our new guests, and that they don't really need to know a heck of a lot, but just be excited and invite because of the tools and things at the Zoom call. Could you speak a little bit more to that quickly?
Of course. So, again, as we discuss things as a leadership group, one of the things we went back to in the day is that we were doing most everything for everybody. We brought them in. We would have them at our fit camps. And, of course, most of our business was built face-to-face. But we would have our fit camps, and we would be doing the profiles after as groups and just, boom, launching people like, going, here's the program, let's go. And so we're really going back to that simplicity in that we are going to be doing, when it comes to follow-up in these groups, the group is going to be interactively doing follow-up by engaging people in activities that we're going to ask them to respond to. So, for example, the first day inside the private group, now mind you, this is not on a page, this is in the Telegram private message. It's going to be like, awesome, we're going to post our shake this morning, our breakfast shake, and that's what people are going to do. People are going to have a day where they're focusing on water and sharing that. We're going to have all sorts of engaging things inside everyone's group that are really the same thing we would have done in follow-up before, but now we're doing it all. We're initiating it all. We want you to contribute. And if you want to be a part of contributing inside of these, get with your coach and your upline, because they'll help prepare you to be a part of it. So we're not saying that you're not allowed to do it. It's just more of, if you want to be a part of it, and help and contribute, awesome. But if you also just want to plug people in and let us love on them and support them, and you just call them once in a while and text them some things we give you to text them, that's all you're going to have to do. It's just going to be so easy. And then the client group will be so valuable with all these great coaches. Like the best coaches I know in Herbalife are going to be on those client pages, sharing their favorite tips, sharing their mindset, sharing their fitness, sharing their meal prep, sharing their favorite ways to use Herbalife in fun ways, sharing all these incredible things that you just can't beat. Getting different people sharing different perspectives and ways, because people connect differently to different people. And that's going to be one of the most amazing blessings of the group, because I could do a group myself, but it's just me, and only a small percentage of people connect to bald cyclists. Like, that's just statistics. I know there's research on it. So, 2 people. Yep. So, it's important we all have each other. So, also, I'm noticing a sticker says 11:30 for the social at the STS. So I was just kidding about 12:30. I meant 11:30.
Scott, one more comment just around that, you guys. So Callie here, and we've been working around the breakfast concept for the last 6 months, and it's been so much easier for me. It's opened up our potential client pool, you guys. When you go from, and this is just a side note, we haven't really talked much about this, but when you go from inviting somebody to lose weight right away versus you're sharing with someone, join our breakfast club, just have a healthy breakfast, we're able to have conversations with everyone. So, everybody eats breakfast or they don't eat breakfast, which makes them a potential client. Not everyone's trying to lose weight or get results, right? So over the last 6 months, it's made my business, my recruitment, my conversations much different, much easier. And I can tell you that as things have started to build and roll, I was just trying to look through my last conversations, but I got 2 clients this evening from referrals off of it. I got 1 client this afternoon that came into the club. I got 3 yesterday. And it's from people coming in, trying the breakfast challenge, and then referring other people into it because they like it so much. So it's taken a little while for everything to steamroll, to have all those people come in, but it's been awesome. The thing that we were kind of missing, which I'm so excited about when Scott brought this to us, is that we get to wrap what we've been doing around all of the Colorado crew and your guys' concept all around us, where we get to make each other even better. So I'm so stoked to have groups where we're working with one another, doing what's already working. I got 6 clients in the last 36 hours. I know that it works. So we get to do that, but we get to do it together so that when they are local, they know that they might have the opportunity to meet Marvin maybe someday because they've seen his stories, or they know that they get to meet Katie because they see these, all these posts from her, where otherwise they wouldn't have that opportunity. And I feel like it's going to allow for our teams to grow at an accelerated rate. So I'm super excited, you guys, to bring it together. And I already know that it works. So just get ready for it.
Bam. Thank you, Callie.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anyone else have anything to contribute or questions? All right. Well, hey, guys, I'm super grateful for everybody. Just blessed for this opportunity. And, get with your upline, get with the leadership in your team, and ask more questions about this. You're going to have questions as it digests, but now is the time. Monday is the next launch for everybody. Tuesday starts the group. You can reach out to people you've had fallen off, whether they be coaches or clients, and give them an opportunity to engage in a sustainable, beautiful, amazing way with all of Team Colorado. So we're excited. We look forward to what is about to happen. Yeah, right. You got to do the Miyagi stuff from Nick. Anyway, God bless you all and make it a great rest of your evening.
Thank you, everyone.
Good presentation, Scott.
Thank you very much. Love you guys.
Good to see you all.